Come on, baby, subscribe to our channel. Green light fade.
Okay, so this one is a little bit different than previous.
Trying to write the songs during the pandemic was weird and difficult.
This time he wrote chords and general chords, general melodies, and didn't put any restrictions. And so we are trying something new.
We're sort of trying this in a new way we've never tried before, which is to sort of have like almost like a democratic process about it.
It's really hard to not be in the same room while you're rehearsing and while you're trying to kick ideas. I mean,
It's very, very hard to react to a bass player and another guitar player and then the other guitar player.
Sheltered from a reality where he might see the truth outside the lies.
Ooh! Can you feel the metal? I can.
Live in a box and obsessed with naming sin. Framing
Everything was perfect.
You know, Ian hears something and then Ira would hear that and they would have this dynamic between the two of them, and Eric and I would have this dynamic, and that's gone when you're not all in the same room because you're not reacting.
apart from the Zoom calls, I can't tell you how many phone calls that I gave to Steve, and I was like, hey, what are you playing here? What are you thinking here? Talking to Dane, saying, what are you playing here? What are you thinking here? And trying to, on the phone, hear Steve say things like, well, I'm doing bump, bump, tap, a bump, a tap, bump, tap, a bump, a tap, and understanding where the kick drums are and how that relates to what I can play was definitely a challenge.
I suggested we do it all on Slack, so we could keep track of everything. So we started a Slack channel, which Ian set up, and we have a channel for each song.
Total slow metal Cookie Monster without the Cookie Monster breakdown. Like this maybe. So this is coming out of the second chorus. Now.
Basically, when we start writing parts, we're doing it remotely, and online through Slack. Steve's kind of with grooves. We post videos on there. I guess people are sort of voting on what they're into and what they're not into.
This has been really tough for me because I like to sit in a room and throw ideas. Just go, 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 go. Is this idea good? No, that sucks. All right, cool. Next idea. Is this idea good? Oh, it's okay. Let's work with something like that. And you develop an idea. I don't jam, but I love to throw out ideas and just get instant feedback. And this has been like, I come up with something I kind of like, and I send it, and then I wait. And while I'm waiting, I get all this self-doubt, like maybe that part sucked. Maybe people hate it. Maybe I'm not very good. It's been a much more self-conscious version of writing in this whole pandemic COVID thing.
And from there, it was kind of learning the bare bones of what Dane had kind of put together, and we used Slack a lot to just be like, hey, here's a riff, blah, 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 and then finally got together about a month before going into the studio to really nail down everything together.
We had never really sat in a room and all collaborated on something even outside of COVID before. It was kind of this new thing. Usually Dane and Steve would write the songs, or at least Steve would help arrange the songs, and then they would just kind of like tell us what to do or bring them in, and we'd add our whatever, little original nuanced touches here and there.
We're using an app online that allows us to interact with each other and upload videos and audio recordings of ourselves doing small pieces of the songs. Like I'll play a drum groove and then upload it and send it to everybody so I can say, hey, this is what I think the chorus should sound like. And then Eric will listen to that and work up a bass part and say, okay, how about something like this? And so we're bouncing that back and forth, and then the guitar players, once we have a solid idea there, the guitar players will start figuring out what they want to do with guitars, and then I have a feeling once all that's done, Dane will listen to what we've done and make some modifications to the vocals and maybe the lyrics as well.
And Dane just sits back and goes, that's cool, because he's waiting to hear what we do before we really start getting together to practice in person and start to arrange things.
And they were really basic sketches, and they took them and moved things and tweaked things, and it was a heavily collaborative effort. So that was different and really cool, and we'll probably continue working that way moving forward, I would think.
Come on now, smash that subscribe button and give Rainlight Fade some love.
Subscribe.